Premier Automotive Group is busy making a difference in the community and around the world. Founded by Troy and Tracy Duhan, Giving Hope is a New Orleans-based foundation providing support to those in need. Giving Hope NOLA feeds over 230 people every day through the food pantry of New Orleans. The Hope House coordinates annual mission trips to fund and build orphanages around the world, and Giving Hope Ranch partners with the New Orleans Mission to serve men and women of the New Orleans Mission. Giving Hope NOLA and Premier Automotive is making a difference. Visit givinghope.nola.org. Ken Trahan, sportsNOLAtv. The LSU Tigers continue to rise by winning, and they did so again with a road game at home, flying the flag of South Carolina at a more than half empty Tiger Stadium. Strange sight, purple jerseys. He's not a strange sight, he's a man. He's Leonard Fournette. And this is Darius Geis, and what a game he had as well. 161 yards rushing for the freshman from Catholic High. Darrell Williams had a good game running the football from John Ehret. LSU just ran the ball and ran it at will against South Carolina. And when they had to throw, Ricky, here's a perfect fade right to Malachi Dupree.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, man, Harris getting better every week. You can see that he's not blowing anything. He's doing what the team looks for him to do. But this run right here, this is the man. I mean, just looking at the move that he made and the speed that he got on top end, that's what you look for right there. That's that speed on top end. And Tony Dawson had that kind of speed on top end, so he makes me think of Dawson a lot.
Except he weighs about 35 pounds less, right?
Right. And that's what's so interesting when you watch Geis play. Yeah, look at Leonard. I mean, seriously, nobody touch him there, but he's out running. Why isn't this guy making a dive at his feet, Ricky? We talked about that.
Right,
he is something special. Right. Can we say something here, though, Kenny? I wonder, okay, now he came out of the game in the third quarter, maybe fourth quarter, and they were comfortably on top. Great pass, great throw. Brandon Harris. You know, Brandon's playing.
That wasn't a great throw.
No, that wasn't. That was a lucky, a very fortuitous, a serendipitous throw. Here's a good run, too.
Nice name,
yeah.
Serendipitous. Sounds like a movie to me.
But when Leonard came to the sideline, there you go. There's Darrell Williams. Nice, you know, they've got 1, 2, 3 running backs they can turn the ball to.
Yeah, but look at that offensive line.
Oh, they're absolutely well. I mean, they're as good as they're built. But when Leonard, there's Geis again. When Leonard came off with that ankle injury, it didn't get much play, and there wasn't a whole lot of attention paid to him. But we were talking after, you know,
look at the yards.
It's incredible.
Look at the yards.
I know it.
624 yards.
And it wasn't like they did anything out of their gameplay. But
like you're saying, Brian, he went out in the third quarter. He would have gained another 100 yards.
Oh, absolutely.
You can see the run that these bikes got.
Yeah.
He would have got at least another 100 yards. But I think that his ankle was tweaked a little bit, so he took the break.
Yeah.
And that's good he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
624 yards. Who are they playing? The Saints defense? I couldn't resist. By the way, Florida this week, big showdown, undefeated teams, top 10 teams, and ESPN reporting that Will Grier is suspended for the year for use of PEDs. The Florida starting quarterback, what a huge change of events that would be. He's played very well for Coach McElwain and Coach Nussmeier, and if they don't have him, that's certainly going to tilt things toward LSU. Florida's really good against the run, though, Ricky. They're one of the best in the country.
I'll tell you what, I like their running back. The running back from my hometown, Calvin Taylor, Fred Taylor's son. Fred Taylor was a great running back at Florida, great running back in the NFL at Jacksonville. That guy can run the ball, too. So you're going to see 2 great running backs in this ball game.
Will Grier out. I can just hear that money being thrown down on LSU right now around the country.
We don't do betting here, but it's all good.
Of course we don't. I know that.
But it's all good.
It's all good. But you watch. But I mean that's a huge loss.
Well,
okay?
Since we're on WHNO, I got to fix that. You know, you're hearing it. You have ears to hear, eyes to see. That's biblical.
That's exactly.
Okay, we took care of that, and we're not even dealing with money changers.
That's
okay,
right.
It's all good. So LSU in great position now, Ricky, to really make a move. They're moving up in the polls. Got to get to top 4. If they take care of business, they're going to be top 4. No worries.
Well, I mean, and they got 3 great running backs. I like all those guys. And the offensive line playing well, the quarterback playing well. They just got to keep on hammering it and keep focused. I think right now they're focused on a great place. So I like LSU.
And Brandon Harris just has to continue managing the game. Right. He's got to make plays when asked. He's not going to be asked to make a lot of plays, except this. And left and right.
But he threw the ball pretty well, though. You know what I mean?
He threw it well enough.
He threw it well enough.
Yeah,
a lot of quarterbacks in the pros, they can't make that throw.
Yeah.
So that was a good throw he made.
It was. Right. Leonard Fournette over 1,000 yards. Unbelievable player. He's remarkable with what he's been able to accomplish this year. The numbers on Leonard Fournette speak for themselves. I mean, it's every week he's doing this. 159, 228, 244, 233, and 156. Boy, what a terrible game, a season low. That's awful.
If he wasn't hurt, he'd have been over the 200.
Well, look, McNeese State game are canceled. But I mean, what Geis outrushed Leonard Fournette? That's the story that we're not talking about here.
If his ankle didn't get tweaked a little bit, he would have got 200 easy. I mean, the holes that those guys had. But I hear what you're saying, but go back to Tulane now. We got to get around the corner.
We'll talk to them ultimately. Nick Brissett's pretty good too. They've got a whole bunch of running backs that they can turn to, and as a result, LSU is climbing in the Associated Press poll this week. The Tigers are up to number 6. Ohio State narrowly holds on to first over hard-charging Baylor. TCU rallies to win. How about the Utes of Utah at number 4? Clemson, those other Tigers in Death Valley in the 5 hole. Michigan State dropped a notch. Florida, talked about them. A&M, good, and Alabama's the only one-loss team in the top 10. And A&M and Alabama will settle that because they play each other this coming weekend. So bottom line is, Brian, it's all going to sort itself out.
Yeah, all I can envision right now is Baylor against LSU for the national championship. I mean, I'm just saying, Art Briles' offense and Leonard Fournette, them trying to stop, it could be, you're talking about a track meet.
And I tell you what, Michigan and Michigan State, they're going to take care of one another this week.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I can't say all are going to wear out, but Utah and TCU, those are the teams that you need some out of there.
Somebody's got to be one of those teams.
Jimmy
Harbaugh, Baylor.
What Harbaugh's done to Michigan right now, 3 consecutive shutouts is incredible. All right, he's got that team ascending right now.
Terrific coach, making a difference after an auspicious start. No question about that. Jim Harbaugh's back at Michigan, and everyone's happy about it in Michigan. As for Tulane, not a whole lot of happy faces in New Orleans following the 49-10 beatdown at Temple. They played in Philadelphia at the same stadium. Saints did the next day. Same kind of result. Tulane's offense was totally inept. 110 yards in the game. Temple's good, but not that good to where they ought to just completely and totally manhandle a team. Third down conversions, atrocious. 2 out of 15. Tannehill was getting beat around. He threw 2 interceptions. They couldn't run the ball a lick. And again, it all falls on the quarterback. And Ricky, I mean, Coach Johnson even talked about changing quarterbacks. The quarterback's not the problem. When you can't block anybody and you have mediocre receivers and you can't run the ball, what do you expect a quarterback to do?
Well, I don't know, Ken. I was looking at it, but I didn't like what I seen. But I tell you what, Texas got a T on their star name, and Tulane got a T on their star name. Why not get Coach Payton to go to Tulane, Brian?
Oh, that's already taken by one of his top assistants. Maybe not for long, though. 8 first downs, too. 8 first downs by Tulane. I mean, it was complete whitewash. But look, and it doesn't get any easier, Kenny.
No, Houston's next. Friday night, tough opponent, unbeaten team. Stay tuned. When we return in just a moment, we'll talk high school football, positive stuff, as Sports NOLA TV continues.